In PowerShell, you can use the .NET class and use its method try parse to convert a string value into an integer. As you can see here, I'm declaring a variable called string number, assigning it a string of 400, which we know can be converted into an integer. And we are declaring another variable called result. This results variable will be passed to the try parse function here as a reference type. So by reference type, this function here will be able to modify its value. So initially we are declaring it as a 0, we are declaring it as an explicit integer. And once it gets passed into this function, if the try parse is successful in converting our variable here, which is string number 400, into an integer, it will assign the result of that conversion to this variable which we declared here and passing it as a reference. We are using these two colons here because we are calling a static method of the integer class, which is a .NET class. So remember, you can call .NET methods in PowerShell using this method here. And then we will output the result of this here because this function will return a true or a false. So try parse, if it's successful, it will return a true. So here we're saying if this is true, this have managed to succeed, then do the following. If it has failed, then do the following. So in the first instance, we will pass it a valid value which can be converted. So if I run this code here, then as you can see, we get conversion has been successful. And now we will try and pass it an invalid value. So here we're just going to add a. We now know this cannot be converted into an integer, so this should fail and run this line here. If I run this code here, then as you can see, we now got a printout of conversion failed. This means this has not been successful in converting the value 400a into an integer. So this is a safer way for converting strings into integers in PowerShell using the .NET class integer and calling the try parse method.